What if the words of the greatest minds in history could change your life today? Powerful lessons on success from the world's greatest minds. Ladies and gentlemen, reading the wisdom of great people can strengthen our hearts and minds. Those who achieved great things in life often faced the same doubts, failures, and struggles that we experience today. However, their words remind us that success is not something given to a few lucky people. It is something built through effort, belief, and persistence. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Energy and persistence conquer all things." This statement reminds us that success rarely comes easily. Every great achievement requires effort and determination. When a person keeps working with energy and refuses to give up, obstacles slowly lose their power. History shows that people who succeed are often not the most talented, but the most persistent. Persistence means continuing even when the road becomes difficult. However, persistence alone is not enough if we never begin. Maya Angelou wisely said, "Nothing will work unless you do." Dreams, ideas, and plans are important, but they mean nothing without action. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect moment to start. The truth is that success begins the moment we decide to act. If we want change in our lives, we must take responsibility and start working toward our goals. This idea is strongly supported by Pablo Picasso, who said, "Action is the foundational key to all success." Action transforms dreams into reality. Without action, even the greatest ideas remain only imagination. Tony Robbins adds to this by saying, "The path to success is to take massive, determined action." In other words, small steps are important, but determination and consistent effort are what push us forward. When people take bold steps toward their goals, they create opportunities that did not exist before. Of course, the journey toward success is never smooth. Difficulties and failures are part of the process. Arnold Schwarzenegger explained this clearly when he said, "Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength." This quote teaches us that challenges are not enemies, they are teachers. Every struggle we face helps us grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the future. Ralph Waldo Emerson also reminds us of this truth. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Everyone experiences failure. What separates successful people from others is not that they never fail, but that they refuse to remain down. Each time we rise after failure, we gain confidence and resilience. Another important factor in success is our mindset. Henry Ford once said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." This quote shows the power of belief. When a person believes they can succeed, they are more willing to try, learn, and persist. On the other hand, when someone believes success is impossible, they often stop trying before they even begin. The Buddha expressed a similar idea when he said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." Our thoughts shape our actions, and our actions shape our future. If we constantly fill our minds with doubt and fear, we limit our potential. But when we fill our minds with determination and positive thinking, we open the door to growth and success. Success also requires discipline and consistency. Jim Rohn wisely stated, "Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going." Motivation can inspire us at the beginning, but habits sustain progress over time. Daily discipline, working on our goals step by step, creates long-term results. Theodore Roosevelt expressed a similar idea when he said, "Believe you can, and you're halfway there." Belief gives us the courage to start and continue even when challenges appear. Without belief, even the best opportunities may be wasted. Another powerful reminder about life comes from Helen Keller, who said, "Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Life is meant to be lived with courage." If we avoid risks and challenges, we may also miss the greatest opportunities for growth and achievement. Mark Twain gave a simple but powerful piece of advice. Many people delay their dreams because they fear failure or uncertainty. But the truth is that every successful journey begins with a single step. We are also reminded by Abraham Lincoln that, in the end, it is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. This means that the value of life is not measured by how long we live, but by how meaningfully we live. Living with purpose, courage, and passion gives our lives true significance. Steve Jobs warned us about the importance of using our time wisely. He said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." Each person has unique dreams and abilities. When we spend our lives trying to imitate others, we lose the opportunity to discover our own purpose. Napoleon Hill also reminds us that strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Growth does not happen in comfort. It happens when we challenge ourselves and keep working despite difficulties. Winston Churchill beautifully illustrated this idea with the quote, "Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it." Just like a kite needs resistance from the wind to rise, people often grow stronger through challenges and opposition. Finally, Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." When we have a clear purpose in life, we can endure hardships and overcome obstacles. Purpose gives meaning to our struggles and motivation to continue. In conclusion, the wisdom of these great thinkers teaches us several important lessons. Success requires action, persistence, belief, and purpose. Challenges are not barriers, but opportunities for growth. Our mindset shapes our future, and our habits determine our progress. Therefore, let us remember the words of these great individuals and apply them in our daily lives. Let us take action, believe in our abilities, learn from failures, and keep moving forward with determination. Because in the end, success belongs to those who refuse to give up.